NFL on EA Sports, and we're in for a rematch of Super Bowl 40. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Seattle Seahawks, and it's all up next.
From the picturesque Pacific Northwest and the city of Seattle, welcome inside Lumen Field, where all the 12s make it at home for the Seahawks. So good to have you on board with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson here in the booth. Greg, in this league, you know it, you lived it. Undergoing a changing of the guard at the quarterback position sometimes can be traumatic, but a lot of times it leads to hope. We've got a couple of teams here with young signal callers looking towards the future.
And you know the old saying, Mike, in the NFL, it is truer than ever. If you have a quarterback, you have a chance. And here we have two teams that feel like they have that quarterback position of the future settled. There's going to be some growing pains. There's going to be some moments where that youth rears its head. But over the long term, both these organizations feel like they have an answer at the most critical position in all of sports.
The veteran Chris Boswell ready to get things going. And off we go from Lumen Field. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. The first carry for the Spartan, Kenneth Walker. Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. Peyton Wilson that time in on the stop. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing now from the gun. That'll be caught downfield. It's Valdez-Scantling. 17 yards on that play. First down, Seattle.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big gain.
And a short pickup here, brought down just shy of midfield. And we get a stoppage for an injury. Oh, that is T.J. Watt, who is in some discomfort. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Now, faking the give. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. After that incomplete pass, we have a player shaken up. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. They're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Now they'll set up to throw. That ball is caught on the sideline and both feet inbounds. A big 3rd down pickup for a first down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. That one, oh, it's on target, but it goes as an incompletion. Looked like he had that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be 2nd down.
Oftentimes, it's the wide open ones that are the hardest to catch. It seems like the ball is in the air forever. You start overthinking it, you start really making more of it than what you should, and you let it slip away.
He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion. Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short gain.
On fourth down, the veteran Jason Myers for the Seattle field goal. And this will be from 42 yards out. Myers' kick is good. And the Seahawks will take a 3-0 lead.
And that's a good drive right out of the gate. They're able to make some plays, move the ball down the field. I know they didn't get a touchdown, but that is a good, positive result.
Three points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. To return is Kenneth Gainwell. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. The Steeler offense ready to take the field for the first time. They'll be led out by a young man who's making a name for himself, their rookie quarterback.
There's a lot to like about this young quarterback, and of course, we're going to have to wait and see. Can he take advantage of this opportunity in front of him, Mike? But he has not been shy. He says, I know I can play at this level. I know that I can lead an NFL franchise, and we're going to get a shot to see it here, and I'm excited to see what he can do.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. Back to throw. That's complete. Calvin Austin. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
Nice job there, getting the ball to your slot receiver and then letting him get to work. It's a nice feeling as a quarterback when you can just have a short throw, still result in a big game.
First and 10. They'll run. This is Jaylen Warren. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down. They'll look to throw. And he's got Woods. It's complete. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. He'll drop to throw. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'll say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up second down.
The whole idea of that short pass is designed to get the ball into the hands of the receiver in space and let him do the rest after the catch. But the key word there, Mike, is get the ball into the hands of the receiver. He doesn't secure the catch, so there is no run after.
And he's going to be taken down.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why.
They'll look to throw again. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
All the way back at the 14 now. Second down and goal. Now off the bootleg. He'll look to throw here. And he gets this one down inside the 10, but it will set up third and goal.
Great job in coverage here. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball. He decides to tuck it and turn into a runner. They get to him quickly. Picks up a couple yards, but not enough now. Brings up third down.
This the 8th play of this drive, and it's third and goal. He'll look to throw. He pulls it in around the 5.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on fourth down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this fourth down.
And that's going to be incomplete. They roll the dice, 4th and goal, but they're going to wind up being turned away by the defense. The Seahawks offense ready now for their second drive. They'll need to get something positive going right away here. Ball starts inside their own 1-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up. I dare you to try to stop us. And right now, this defense has no answers.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
That's going to be pretty close. Looks like he's got it, and he does. First down.
I think everybody in the stadium saw that run coming, Mike, but good luck stopping it. I mean, all he really had to do was just fall forward, and it would be enough to pick up the first down.
So keep it on the ground and keep it with Walker. And a nice run there on first down, getting 8. Setting up 2nd and 2. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
Pretty evident that the defense is just giving no time of day to any run actions. They are playing pass all the way, and he can continue to give as many play action fakes as he wants. It hasn't affected anybody, and in this case, it results in a sack.
21 is the line to gain as we hit third down. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. This defense pinning their ears back, coming to get him again.
Really nice start for this defense here early through the first quarter. Two different players each recording a sack. Offensive line's going to have to get together on the sideline with their coach and identify where's the weakness in our protection. How can we get extra bodies and extra attention? Because we still got a long way to go in this one.
So it's fourth down. The Seahawks send out the Aussie Michael Dixon to punt. Back deep to receive is Calvin Austin. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Steelers offense ready for their second possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. And that one is complete along the boundary. Good job of getting those feet in bounds.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
A run up the middle with Warren. And he will work this down inside the 40. That's going to be good enough to move the chains. 1st down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass. You can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the 1st down.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. That'll be caught by the running back, Warren. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. On the handoff, this is Warren. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
Just a great individual effort, and when you have a guy that can win his one-on-one matchups, now it becomes less about who's blocking him and how do we block him. Expect the offense to make some adjustments because right now, one-on-one, this defender is going to win every time.
Now on 4th down, the veteran Chris Boswell on for the Steelers. This one from 54 yards out. And he missed it. It's no good. And this is going to remain a 3-point game.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drop. Get that one to Charbonnet, complete. He's going nowhere, losing yardage on that play. So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. To the left side and pulled in. Valdez-Scantling.
It may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on second down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on third down where it's a little bit more manageable.
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. So just a lone field goal in the first quarter of play. It's the Seahawks with the early lead. Greg and I back in the Great Northwest in a moment. Third and a yard. We'll try and run it with Walker. And he will have the Seahawks first down. They get 5 on 3rd and 1.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Cooper Kupp was the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
Seems like the quarterback was a little predetermined in his read. I think he decided even before seeing the coverage where that ball was going. Next time, read the coverage. Let the play unfold. Don't force something that's not there.
They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. And the rookie gives himself up there at the end. That's a sign of a guy who's learned it quick, picking up the first down. He is dangerous when a play breaks down. A pickup of 18.
This is exactly how it's supposed to look on 3rd down. His eyes are downfield, nothing materializes. He quickly decides he can do it himself, picks up the first down, and then to protect himself with the slide, well done.
Shotgun run now with Walker. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Now this time, they'll look to throw. And that one is incomplete. Penalty flag down, back in the backfield, in the area of holding. Smith and Jigba there for the catch. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
3rd and long. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he'll get this forward for positive yardage as he covers up in the end.
That's a great job defensively. Even though they let him escape the rush initially, there was nowhere to go with either their ball or as a runner, and they're able to force 4th down.
So they send out Jason Myers for this field goal. This will be an even 40-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Seahawks, on the strength of 2 field goals, take a 6-0 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
So Myers back out there. Had the field goal a moment ago. Now set to kick this one away. Patterson now to return it. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Look at him go. And he's going to take this one coast to coast. 95 yards. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Greg, it is a beautiful thing to watch. 11 come together. We always focus on the return man, but the entire special teams unit paves the way for that score.
And all week, Mike, when you talk to this group, the coaches thought they had an advantage in the return game, and I think we can see why. They felt their scheme and their blockers was a great matchup against this kickoff unit, and in this case, it's very easy to see why.
Boswell adds the extra point, and the Steelers move out in front by a point. It's 7-6. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. The return starts from the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Out comes the Seattle offense as they get ready for their next possession. The deficit is 1 as they'll search now for that go-ahead score. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. This drive starts on the ground with Walker. And he'll take this to about the 28 with Deshaun Elliott on the tackle. They face 2nd down and 7. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
The Steelers offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
He'll go right back to Freiermuth. He'll be out of bounds, but after picking up the 1st down on a gain of 7.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
It is 3rd and 10. Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looked like he may have got a little ahead of himself there, and it's going to bring up 4th down.
And this offense just cannot get anything going right now on 3rd down. If you ask any offensive play caller throughout the entire league, Mike, the importance of 3rd down, maintaining possession, making the defense stay on the field and have long extended drives, it is critical to not only scoring points, but ultimately winning in the NFL.
The Seahawks offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. This will begin at their own 13-yard line. So work to do starting with this 1st and 10. A tight end in motion now. The run up the middle, it's Walker. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's 2nd and 6. Once again, it's Walker. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down. He'll try to run for it. He is dangerous when a play breaks down. A pickup of 18.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on 3rd down. Starts out as a pass. Nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner. Picks up the 1st down.
So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38. Straight ahead, it's Walker. And he gets this up close to the 40. Patrick Queen, the linebacker. They're on the tackle. Here's a 2nd and 9. From the gun, here's the give to Walker. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
Really nice job by the interior of this offensive line. It typically just takes one guy to distort the defense to give the back enough room to operate, and that's exactly what they did here, and it led to a big gain.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Walker. And he'll maneuver his way down to the 44. Patrick Queen, the linebacker. They're on the tackle. That pass caught right side, Valdez-Scantling. You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That time he strayed a little too far, and it draws the flag. They'll run here with Walker. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. It's complete. He's got Cup. And he will get into the end zone. Cooper Kupp, touchdown Seattle. A terrific play all the way around, finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
Jason Myers on to attempt the extra point. It's up and good. And the Seahawks are in the lead by the score 13-7. After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. On the return, it's Kenneth Gainwell. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. Steelers offense ready to get back at it. The deficit, 6 points. So a touchdown here would be mighty nice for the offense. See what they can do on this drive. 1st and 10. Now, faking the give. And he slides and covers up at the end, avoids the hit, and picked up decent yardage along the way.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
They'll run straight ahead with Warren. And he'll take this one forward for about 3, and that's a 1st down. They'll stay on the ground with Warren. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Now they'll set up to throw. This one is complete to DK Metcalf. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9. Back to throw. There's a short one caught by Freiermuth. And it'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter.
Catch made. That's Woods. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
That's over the middle and taken in by Freiermuth. And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Here's Warren. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Jaylen Warren. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finished it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Boswell now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Steelers move out in front by a point. It's 14-13. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. On the return, here's Sim. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Seahawks offense and Kenneth Walker ready to take over once more. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. To the air now on 1st and 10. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. That's complete to Steven Sims. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in the first half, a timeout is called. The rookie from Alabama on target there. It is a 1st down. So they send out Jason Myers for this field goal. This one from 54 yards out. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Seahawks get 3 here late in the first half to take the lead.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
Final moments of this first half, kicking with the lead now, as this one is in the air. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. He's got a man down the field. It's Austin. And they will finally get to him, but I think even he knows this one is coming back. So we have reached halftime here. It's a tight one, a 2-point contest at the pause, as we send you back east to sunny Florida. Standing by with our EA Sports Halftime Report, it's the coach, Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, Michael, thanks very much. And with that, we welcome you all into our EA Sports studios. This is the Halftime Report. Both of these offenses had their share of high points in that first half. Each team had some big moments, and it would seem this could turn out to be a game where the last score wins.
This is still anyone's ball game at this point. The difference is just 2 as we begin quarter number 3. Here's Gainwell to return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Steelers offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They trail by 2, and we'll start this drive with 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. We drop this down to Warren. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
So often for a defense defending the passing game, the most difficult guy to account for is the running back out of the backfield. So a really nice job here bringing him down before he has a chance to pick up any yards after the catch.
Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. A carry here for Warren. And that'll give him a first down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3. He'll find Woods. That one is caught. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
They'll throw out of the gun. This one grabbed by Austin. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. Metcalf reels it in on the right side. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Metcalf makes the grab again. And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
They'll run with Johnson. They'll come up with nothing there. Fortunate just to get back to the line. And that'll set up 2nd and goal.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump?
Still 2nd down.
They'll try it one more time, but now a bit closer. It is 2nd and goal. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and they got some big plays in their future.
Throwing here on 3rd and goal. To the back of the end zone. He's got it. Jaylen Warren. Touchdown Steelers. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. What a terrific play at the back of the end zone. Greg, that is so hard to do, but something you did during your career. How do the guys pull that off?
Yeah, the key here, Mike, is the concentration to not only see the ball, but then you have to feel the ground. You have to know exactly where you are in the back line of the end zone. And tell you what, this is about as good as it gets. Come down with the ball, 2 feet in bounds, touchdown.
Boswell adds the extra point, and the Steelers will up the lead to 5. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. On the return, here's Sims. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Seahawks offense getting ready for their opening possession of this 2nd half. The deficit is 5, so they'll try to put a drive together here, and they'll begin it with 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. A throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete.
And you can see the quarterback, he's looking up at the Jumbotron after that throw, Mike. He knows he just got away with one, and he's thinking, all right, what do I got to do to make an adjustment that it's not so close the next time?
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. A throw here, right side, falls incomplete. Two incompletions to start the drive, and it leads to 3rd down and 10. From out of the gun, he'll throw. Got it with Smith and Jigba. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. They get the conversion on 3rd down. It was a gain of 27.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That'll be caught downfield. It's Valdez-Scantling. On the ground, it's Walker. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. That's caught. It's Kenneth Walker. That will make 3rd down a little more manageable. Good yardage gained on that one. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Connecting with the tight end. That's Fant. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's 4th down.
We see teams more and more throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, really for 2 reasons. 1, they're confident that they can pick up the 1st down with yards after the catch. 2, teams' willingness to go for it on 4th down is at an all-time high. You know, the hardest part about these missed kicks, Mike, is for all the guys that work so hard to put the ball in position to come away with points. You kind of trot off the field. You're hoping that next possession has a different result.
The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they're trying to keep it going. First and 10. They'll start this on the ground with Warren. And he'll be brought down at the 45. Tyrese Knight in on the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9. Once again, it's Warren. And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4. And it leads to 3rd down. Now they'll set up to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Austin. And he's going to have the 1st down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
He finds Metcalf on the slant. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. A run up the middle with Warren. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
So as we take a look at the box score, Mike, you realize here they got the lead. We're in the second half, but they don't have a lot of rush yards. It's because they use the passing game to score points and establish the lead. Now, how we judge their run game is from here to the end of the game. Can they pile up yards now in the second half and close this game out?
He'll get this to his tight end, Freiermuth. Give him 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another first down.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
Catch made. That's Woods. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
And he's into the end zone yet again. Jaylen Warren. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon. And make it 3 touchdowns now. Remember, he caught the one earlier. That his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game.
And, Mike, this is what every offense is searching for out of the running back position. Can you impact the game equally on the ground as you can through the air? And that's exactly what this guy has done so far today.
On for the extra point is Boswell. He's got it. And the Steelers will extend this 3rd quarter lead. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The home team's offense ready to take over once again. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast, and right now they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
He'll get this complete to Walker. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line.
And these are the throws that when they evaluate young quarterbacks coming out of college, they want to see you be able to make. Everyone worries about how far you can throw the ball, and while that's certainly important, to be able to make the throws from sideline to sideline, especially in those intermediate zones, drive the ball through space, because in this league, an open window is going to close in a hurry.
And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
Mike, I have to be honest, when offenses come up with run play designs, blocking the corner is not really a big priority. But in this case, great job not only forcing it on the outside, but defeating the block, coming up and making the tackle, and keeping it to no gain.
Now, faking the give. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
And that one just kept getting worse and worse until finally they bring him down.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
Kicking time for the Seahawks. They'll punt this one away. And he looks up and he's taken down right away. Maybe fortunate just to hold on to the ball as he was tackled immediately after hauling that one in. So they come to the line for first down and 10. On the ground, it's Warren to start the drive. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll look to throw. That's complete. It's Metcalf. A gain there of 23 yards. That's a Steeler first down.
We spent so much time talking about arm strength, and while that certainly has a place in the conversation, look at the touch of this ball, Mike. It's a deep corner route. This ball needs to have the right pace, the right trajectory to not only get it over the second-level defenders, but get that ball down into the hands of his target. He makes it look a lot easier than it actually is. Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and let's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
On the handoff, it's Johnson. And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. I think he's going to lose a yard.
You have to wonder if next time does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play. It was clear before the ball was snapped this was not a great look for that play call, and you can see the end result.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. He'll try and get there on the ground. And he'll be brought down on what will be the final act here in this third quarter. So we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. He'll drop to throw. He's got a man. It's Metcalf. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
Big-time completion right there, and this isn't just a spot where they're trying to run the game out here in the fourth quarter. They were not only trying to pick up points, but they're trying to get in the end zone and extend this lead. So really nice job here late. We're going to see if they can put this one out of reach.
He'll look to throw. That is caught by the tight end. Pat Freiermuth. Touchdown, Steelers.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense.
Now it is 1st and goal. Back to throw. To the goal line and in. Pat Freiermuth. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Boswell now for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Steelers will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. This one taken at the 7. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The home team's offense headed back to take over once more. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. Back to throw here to begin the drive. That one knocked away and incomplete.
He does a fantastic job, Mike, of not only locating the ball in the air, but then attacking it hands on hands. That's exactly something they work on every week in practice. Great job translating those drills into a live game.
Here's a designed run. And he'll take this ahead for a gain of about 5, and here comes 3rd down.
And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game, and that's a nice pickup there.
Backfield empties. 5 receivers in the formation for 3rd down and 5. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. He's got the connection there to Valdez-Scantling. They get 15 on that game. It's good for a Seahawks 1st down.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark, just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
One of those plays where you like the idea, you just don't like the execution. I didn't feel the quarterback was overly comfortable in the pocket. Footwork a little bit sloppy. All of a sudden now the pass is a little less accurate and an opportunity for a big shot. You end up falling short.
Back to the air once more on second down. Give him 13 on that screen play and a first down.
The relationship between the back and the offensive lineman is now the key for the run after catch. You want to make sure those linemen don't get too far down the field where they can't help protect the back. So once the running back catches it, there's a go-go call. Now everyone knows it's time to go downfield. The running back falls in behind them, and that's the landmark of the screen play.
And that screen slow to develop, and they rally to the ball and stop them. That will be no gain on the screen.
It's a really good job defensively. The key is you don't want your defensive linemen to overcommit to rushing the passer, and you don't want your linebackers in secondary dropping too deep defending the pass. In this case, all three levels played discipline, good football with good vision. That's why they're able to stop him for no gain.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes. So give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
They'll try to set up the screen here with Walker. That screen goes for 12, and that's a first down.
And as a defensive coordinator, this just drives you nuts. You have a team in 3rd and long. You think you're going to go rush the passer. And what do? They change it up. They slip the offensive lineman out in front of the back and drop it off, and he picks up a big gain and converts the first down.
On 1st and 10, here comes Walker. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down. They'll throw out of the gun. He'll let this go towards the end zone. And the Steelers are going to have it here as they'll start from their own 7.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And as we take you through some of the highlights so far, you're going to see a lot of passing yards. He has carved up this defense, over 300 yards passing in the game, and has been sharp right from the start. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Warren. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. Austin brought in motion. Here comes the jet sweep. He'll be brought down. It was a nice pickup, but a penalty flag on the play. Early indications of a hold. Metcalf hauls in that one. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. the rookie gives himself up there at the end. That's a sign of a guy who's learned it quick, picking up the first down. It's a gain of 10, and they'll get a fresh set of downs.
These are the plays that are just crushing for a defense. Here you are, you think you're about to make a big stop, force fourth down, and get the football back. But instead, you let the quarterback get loose. He picks up the first down with his legs, and now you got to defend a fresh set of downs.
Second and 7. On the handoff, this is Warren. And he'll weave his way down close to that first down. Going to come up just a little shy. It's going to be third down and short. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He's got his tight end. That's Freiermuth.
Really just comes down to everybody understanding the situation. You realize, how many yards do I need to get for the first down? And just make sure at least one of my receivers is past the sticks. That's where he went with the ball, and they're able to convert.
So it'll be first and 10. They'll scrimmage at the 33. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. On first and 10, it's Warren. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's second down. Now Warren. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
Anytime the running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play's not going anywhere. And that's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration. Great job there, stopping this play before he had a chance to even get started.
And on third down, that ball incomplete.
And up until this point, this has been an incredibly efficient game from this quarterback. I mean, it's hard to think. Here we are in the second half, and that's only his second incomplete pass. So finally, the defense is able to do something to disrupt his timing and finally try to get him out of this groove.
A fair catch signaled, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. The home team's offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with first and 10. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. Right away, they'll set up to throw. This one complete to his tight end, Fant. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Second down and 3. From out of the gun, he'll throw. A quick slant here, caught by Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
These can be tricky situations defensively, right? The game is all but over. Barring something unforeseen, you got this one in the bag, but you still want to finish on a high note. You still want to walk off the field and put an exclamation point on what's pretty much been a dominant performance right from the start.
He'll get this out to his running back. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face second down and 7. Back to the air one more time. A throw left side there, not going to find the target. incomplete.
Just didn't quite get enough into that ball. You see sometimes the pressure, the rush, force a quarterback to throw the ball off his back foot, and I think there was a little bit of that here at play. You have to be willing to step up, even in the face of pressure, and get enough behind that ball to put that one a little bit more on the money.
And that is incomplete.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump, and they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And he's going to have a Seahawks 1st down. They'll have it by a lot. It turns out to be a big gainer on 4th down.
That's just such a tough throw. I mean, that's all arm, being able to get your body turned and throw back across your body. I mean, it's one thing if you're just throwing it a couple yards to a check down, but in this case, he's still willing and able to push the ball downfield, and there does come some danger when you throw back across, but in this case, it's a big completion. Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
They'll look to throw again. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And it'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. They'll look to throw yet again. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
That is incomplete. And here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out? This play should always end up converting a 4th down, especially at this distance. But you can't tell me there weren't some nerves on that sideline as they sent that play in to snap it. But fortunately, nothing to worry about. The offense gets it done.
That is caught. And he's in. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. Touchdown, Seahawks. Myers now to add the PAT. He knocks it through. And the Seahawks are able to cut into the deficit. This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick.
Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. And boy, this was a big one, but it's not going to work out.
The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read, seemingly every time. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Here's Warren. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, Warren. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down. On 3rd down, they go with Warren. Now Seattle will use the final timeout as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming. Here comes Chris Boswell to try a field goal. This one from 52 yards away. He makes up for the earlier miss. This time, the kick is good. And the Steelers will add to their lead here in the 4th quarter.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
Back out is Boswell following the field goal. He'll send this one away. On the return, here's Sims. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense ready to see what they can do. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with 1st down. They'll drop to throw. He'll get this complete to Walker. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd down and 3. Throwing now from the gun. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
It's always a risky decision anytime a quarterback tries to force the ball, especially into those tightly contested areas. Not a lot of daylight, not a lot of room for error. In this case, it just falls simply as an incomplete. But as this game unfolds, better decisions are going to lead to better results.
He gets that to his big target, Fant.
This play is actually really well defended here. But I'll tell you, Mike, as you know, my philosophy is the tight end is always open, and this just supports my case.
Here's first down. They'll look to throw. That's over the middle and taken in by Valdez-Scantling. Here's 2nd and 2. Here we go. One final play. That's deep for the back of the end zone. And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete, and that will do it. This one comes to an end. So this one, a win for the visiting Steelers. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did, and that was the difference in this one. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone.
I can't believe what I'm watching.